Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is overloading possible in inheritance? Let me answer. The answer is yes. Overloading is possible in inheritance. Let's say there is a parent class and there is a child class for that particular parent class. Now, in the child class, we have some methods which are having the same name as the methods in the parent class. Okay. The methods in the child class have the same name as the methods in the parent class, but the child class methods have different number of parameters and different type of parameters. Then we can say that the methods having the same name as the parent class methods in the child class are overloading the methods in the parent class. Okay. So overloading is possible in inheritance, guys. These overloaded methods can exist in the child class. Okay. By having the same name as the parent class methods, but differ in the number of parameters and type of parameters in the child class. Okay. So let me practically demonstrate this one for you so that you will be able to understand the answer for this question in a better way, that overloading is possible in inheritance. Okay. So I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE and create a new class. I'll just name this class as class A. Okay. And here in this class, I'll create a method, let's say public void, let's say sample A or sample. Otherwise, the name of the method is sample. System.out.println inside sample method of class A. Okay, like this, I'll create a method. Now I'll create one more class. I'll just name this class as class B. Now I'll make this class B a child class of class A. So how? Extends, I'll write extends class A. Now class B is a child class of class A, right? Fine, that's also done. Now in the class B, I'll create the method having the same name as the method in the class A. The method in the class A has a sample as the name. I'll create the same. I'll create the method having the same name, like sample, public void sample. Okay. Now this method in the child class is said to override the method in the parent class. But what I will do is, here I'll give one parameter. Here, the method in the parent class has 0 number of parameters. Though the method in the child class has the same name, it doesn't have 0 number of parameters. It has one parameter, which is different from the parent class method. Even though the name is matching, now this method in the child class is said to overload this method in the parent class. Earlier, without the parameter, this method was overriding the method in the parent class. But now this method in the child class has different number of parameters, because of which this method in the child class is said to overload the method in the parent class. Okay. Similarly, I can create any number of overloaded methods. The method having the same name as the parent class, but which differ in the number of parameters or type of parameters, whatever it is. I'll just create int a comma double b. Okay. The number of parameters, the type of parameters, because of which the methods in the child class are said to overload the methods in the parent class. So this proves that overloading is possible in inheritance, where the child class methods can overload the methods in the parent class. Overloading of methods is not only possible in a single class. Okay, in a single class, there may be multiple methods having the same name. But if they differ in the number of parameters and type of parameters, we generally say that there are overloaded methods in the same class. But in inheritance, where there is a parent class and child class, can the child class can have the overloaded methods, okay, of the parent class? Yes, that is possible when the child class methods have the same name as a parent class, but child class methods differ in the number of parameters or type of parameters. Hence, overloading is possible in inheritance. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.